Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Usually on this channel, I try to work ahead and get videos made in advance. So this video was made before the big official stream revealing cards from Tarkir Dragonstorm. But Tarkir is coming, and to celebrate the diversity of dragons, we're going to spend this week building dragon decks. Every day, we'll have one video with a dragon-themed deck that fits into one of the 5 commander brackets. Leading today's Bracket 3 deck is Lathliss Dragon Queen. Also, since we're a Bracket 3 deck, this won't be a budget list. One more thing, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Lathliss Dragon Queen is a 6-mana 6/6 legendary dragon with flying. Whenever another non-token dragon we control enters, we create a 5/5 red dragon creature token with flying. We may also pay 2 mana to give dragons we control +1/+0 until the end of turn. Lathliss is what we refer to as an army in the can. We recast her after a board wipe, then cast 1 dragon, and now we have 3 dragons. Assuming they're all a good size, we swing out with the 3 of them, pump 6 mana into Lathliss, and one of our opponents is suddenly having a very bad day. Now, we've done several Lathliss decks on this channel, but today's video is a Bracket 3. I wanted a deck that could win with Lathliss or without her. Ideally, we use her to grow an army of dragons and pump our team so that we can just smash people, but we don't need her in order to win. Before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, Ultimate Guard. I know I'm sponsored, so you may not believe me, but Ultimate Guard katanas are the best sleeves on the planet. They have gorgeous colors like these white ones, are durable and long-lasting, and an absolute joy to shuffle. Let Ultimate Guard protect your cards with katanas. Pick yours up today at your local game store or order it on Amazon. Link down below. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Oh, one more quick announcement before we get started. I'm currently streaming with my son over on Gaming with Danon as well as Twitch. It'll mostly be Final Fantasy XIV, but you're more than welcome to pop in and talk about Commander. Honestly, about half my streams are talking about manga, anime, or Commander. Our land base consists of Ancient Tomb, Nykthos Shrine to Nyx, War Room, Temple of the False God, 3 Tree City, Rogue's Passage, Scavenger Grounds, Mines of Moria, and 28 mountains. What? I told you this wasn't a budget deck. If you want a cheaper version of this deck, I've done videos on it before, but you could also just swap the expensive lands for mountains. For mana ramp, we've got Goldspan Dragon, Ganex Astral Hunter, Ancient Copper Dragon, Cavern Horde Dragon, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Mindstone, Fire Diamond, Ruby Medallion, Dragon's Horde, Thrawn Dynamo, Throne of Eldraine, Gilded Lotus, Sarkhan Fireblood, Chandra Torch of Defiance, Herald's Horn, the Reaver Cleaver, and Sword of Feast and Famine. Yes, that's a lot, but 4 of our ramp pieces serve double duty as card advantage, and 4 more of them are dragons with which we can beat down our opponents. Our card advantage package consists of Count on Luck, the One Ring, Jeska's Will, Sarkhan's Triumph, Skyline Despot, Bonehorde Dracosaur, Dragonhawk, Fate's Tempest, Big Score, Dragon Mage, Wheel of Misfortune, Descendant's Fury, Sunbird Invocation, and Outpost Siege. Gotta dig through our deck and find as many dragons as possible after all. For interaction and spot removal, we've got Drakuseth Maw of Flames, Tyrant's Familiar, Deflecting Swat, Bolt Bend, Red Elemental Blast, Pyroblast, Abrade, Chaos Warp, Untimely Malfunction, Tybalt's Trickery, Return the Favor, Warstorm Surge, and Sarkhan's Unsealing. Gotta include Sarkhan's Unsealing as it's one of cutestuff's favorite cards. Our board wipes consist of Blasphemous Act, Earthquake, Magmaquake, Incinerator of the Guilty, and Fault Line. Gotta clear a path and keep the ground free and clear. The core of our deck consists of Udvara Hellkite, Terror of the Peaks, Scourge of Valkus, Wrathful Red Dragon, Twin Flame Tyrant, Hellkite Charger, Scourge of the Throne, Inferno of Star Mounts, Nesting Dragon, and Archwing Dragon. Supporting our plane, we've also got Dragon Tempest, Aggravated Assault, Helm of the Host, and Invasion of Tarkir. Gotta close out the game somehow. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 54 mana sources split between 36 lands and 18 pieces of ramp. Heavy, I know, but hear me out. Dragons are expensive, and several of our ramp pieces serve dual purpose. Speaking of which, 18 pieces of card advantage counting our land and dual purpose ramp pieces. 13 pieces of interaction. 5 board wipes. 1 piece of graveyard hate in Scavenger Grounds. 2 Sudden Eye win cards in Aggravated Assault and Hellkite Charger. Okay, for the last 2 days I made a big deal about how these weren't combo decks. Well, this one is. We want infinite combat steps. We have lots of board wipes to slow the game down to allow us to set up our combo. We have numerous ways to generate a ton of mana every single combat. The Reaver Cleaver, Sword of Feast and Famine, Ancient Copper Dragon. And all we need is to generate enough mana to trigger Aggravated Assault or Hellkite Charger so that we can have another combat step. Of course, there's always the combo of Helm of the Host and Scourge of the Throne, which gives us infinite combat steps. But my personal favorite is Helm of the Host attached to Ganax Astral Hunter alongside Aggravated Assault. Allow me to explain the combo. Ganax Astral Hunter says that whenever he or another dragon enters the battlefield, we create a treasure token. Helm of the Host creates a non-legendary token of whatever creature it's attached to at the beginning of combat. That token gains haste. So, for the first combat, we'd create 2 treasure tokens, one from the copy of Ganax entering, and the other from the original Ganax triggering. So, we'd need to come up with 3 more mana for the first combat. The second combat, we create another non-legendary token copy of Ganax, netting us 3 treasures. Now we only need 2 more mana to activate Aggravated Assault. For the third combat, we'd only need 1 mana, and for every combat after that, we'd either break even or start netting treasures. Isn't math fun? Do you have a Lathliss Dragon Queen deck? What about a Bracket 3 commander deck? Who's your commander? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Drya, Muffins, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Alex, Borgie, Nazwin, Conga, Chris, Robert, William, Pye, Kazaris, Booksu, Patrick, Tiz, Art, Richard, Sint, Boomy, Jackie, Finn, Zen, Osra, Justin, and Christian. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.